What's good, everybody? It's your boy Haki, and today we're gonna be reacting to Charleston White gets canceled again for crashing out and saying this. Now, before we get into this, y'all like, comment, subscribe. We're almost at 200 subs. I appreciate y'all. It's free, and we're gonna be dropping this daily content for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Kaiser. Oh, let's get straight to it. And go check out my boy Poetic Flacco. We've been reacting to a lot of.
David, who's being accused of is getting backlash for defending the alleged pedo murderer David, who's being accused of murdering a 14-year-old girl he was apparently dating.
Have you been seeing the thing about the David kid, the artist that was dating a 13-year-old?
Yeah.
Found the body in his trunk.
Yeah.
What you think about that?
He didn't do it.
Out of here, all the evidence that's out there.
I think David is 100% guilty. I think David murdered Celeste.
I think that Charleston White knows the truth and knows that he really did it. I honestly think that Charleston White knows that the best way to gain popularity and stay in the media is negativity. Like, let's be honest, Charleston White, the real reason that we know about Charleston White is because of his negativity. Like, let's be honest. We know him because I think the dude walked around in a Klansman outfit. If not him, then I mean Kanye. But I'm pretty, like, he's done things like that. Like, he's played the Clayton Bigsby character IRL. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but am I gonna go off on Charleston White because Charleston White believes that David is innocent until proven guilty?
no.
I'm not. That's his prerogative. Now, I did have a problem with how Charleston White referred to the victim. I think at some point he referred to the victim as a loho. I feel like that's a tad bit disrespectful, and I do understand why people are upset at him in that regard. But before we get to Charleston White explaining why he thinks David is innocent, let's just break down why people think David is guilty.
This case has sparked so much interest, especially when it was learned that the Tesla Celeste body was found in was April 5th of 2024 at just 13 years old. Celeste's mom told the outlet she got worried learning the news of a body being found in a Tesla because, one, the police description matched Celeste, 5'1", weighing about 70 pounds, wavy dark hair, but also a major standout, the letters SH tattooed on her finger, which just so happens to match the exact same tattoo David also has on his index finger. And if that wasn't just merely a coincidence, Celeste's mom also told TMZ her daughter had a boyfriend named David. Now, eagle-eyed fans went to David's music also hoping for some kind of clues or possible ties. In one of his leaked songs, David sings about professing his love to someone named Celeste. The verses include, "Oh Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Smell her on my clothes like cigarettes. I hear her voice each time I take a breath. I'm obsessed." The other verse includes, "Oh Celeste, afraid you'll only love me when undressed. But you look so damn gorgeous in that dress. Missing you so much makes me depressed. But I digress because..." Now, the song was reportedly titled Celeste Demo Unfin.
I don't know how anybody could look at the facts of this case and
So did they get that information from, like, when they took his computer, or was that like just like leaked somehow? Because that raises some major red flags and also just helps the police a lot.
Other than David is involved somehow. Her dead body was found in a plastic bag inside of a Tesla registered to David. That Tesla was also parked outside of his Hollywood Hills home. She ran away from home to be with David. She ran away from home May or March of 2024, but she was seen with David as late as August of 2025 and multiple times through 2024. He wrote a song admitting he was obsessed with this chick that he has no business being obsessed with due to the age gap. He was also weirdly obsessed with gore. He was sending people being chopped up and murdered into Discord chats. He loved that type of stuff. Like, he loved horrific things. He even talked about in a...
No, I didn't hear that part or see those clips, but in the Discord messages that I did see, we just seen that him and a lot of his mods like Moji, Safaya, something like that. They were weirdos in their own right, talking about, oh, I only if they're not on the clock, I don't like it, or if they're not, girls over the age of 7 don't make, like, they were just saying really weird stuff like this. But it is very apparent that David was a fan of gore. I mean, with all of the blood themed things,
interview, how his alter ego is this character from a manga who would murder people and then try to solve the same murders that he did.
He's basically an agent of chaos and kind of my alter ego, and the story of the manga went like I was a detective and there was an evil version of myself that would kind of come out at random moments, kind of like Fight Club with Tyler Durden. and he would commit the crimes that I would have to solve as the detective. So like when I was as the detective, I'd be like solving murders that I'm committing myself. And it was like a cool little story. I didn't think anything would come of it. Like it was in the vault for like.
If there was a textbook suspect for any particular murder case, it would be David. He's like a
I think we might have not covered that on one of the videos that I just recorded, but I watched a video that explained like the character of Tommy and how David literally like kind of literally like the death of Tommy was the murder, was when the date, like the murder date for Celeste, the day that the relationship ended and that Tommy was gone or the pain was gone. And then you tag that along with this. Come on, dog. This dude's obviously
textbook
like
suspect, bro. All right. Somebody in a legal relationship with this kid, somebody who was writing songs about being obsessed with this kid, somebody weirdly obsessed with gore, body found in his Tesla parked outside of his home. Come on, bro. Come. I feel like for you not to at least suspect him or think he's guilty, you have to have some type of really compelling reason. Well, here is Charleston White's reason for why he believes David is ultimately innocent.
When they gonna let it stay out this long and they got a little bit of evidence? They didn't arrest nigga with way less evidence. If nothing else, put him in jail just to put a hold on him.
A dead body found in your
If
car?
nothing, listen, hold on. If they find a dead body in me and your car, and this is our car, do you think they'll let me and you stay out like long? They got all. So think about this. If they got all this information on him dating a minor, an underage kid, and she look like a white girl, mixed girl, what nigga they let just stay free like this? We already claim about injustices. You don't think, like we see in all the first 48s in crime units victims, they would find some kind of reason to hold him and keep him, make sure he don't do nothing to flee? They're not, no arrest. They got all this evidence to point to say he did it. He done sliced the body up because the body was butchered. So that means somewhere there's a location where there's been blood, where they put cut the lights. They got all this, no arrest.
Well, no, it is found out that the body was not cut up, so that part that kind of doesn't add up. Now I kind of I'm 50-50 with his opinion, and hear me out, guys, because I know everyone's gonna start. They're gonna see this clip and they're gonna start clowning me in the comments. Why do you agree with Charleston White in this situation? I don't fully agree with anything he's saying. Just a tiny parts and bits and pieces, because it is very compelling to me. How is there this much evidence, but we haven't seen a verdict? You know, like there is too much evidence that points towards him being the main suspect, and at least if not the main suspect, he had a part of it. And I also am curious, like, why the police can't do anything about the minor thing, because it's like we know. For a fact he did it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just weird.
Y'all really think he done this and everything points at him? That's why you can't go with this. If everything points at him, why hadn't they made no arrest when we see niggas get arrested with less evidence?
I understand his skepticism, but one component about this case that's often overlooked is the component that this was a missing child. This was a child that's been missing for a year. Nobody was really checking for this child anymore. This is not a situation where if you don't tap in with your family for 48 hours, they're calling the police, bro. They're coming to find you. They're going after you.
Yeah, because you got to realize they attempted that before. This is not like there was multiple missing persons reports filed on Celeste. There's multiple of them. It wasn't like, and there was even some times where they said that they would put a missing persons report, like, you know, they would file a report. She'd come home for a little bit, and then she'd leave. She'd come home for a little bit, then she'd leave. And then I think she just eventually just all stopped coming back home eventually. And that's when they were like, the parents were like, the last time we saw her was like in 2024 or something like that. Or her last confirmed time that we saw her was that day.
Don't call my mom for 48 hours. My mom is raining hell, bro. My mom is calling the police, the FBI, the CIA. They're gonna find me.
Yeah.
This child has been missing for a year. And apparently she was with David. So David could essentially do whatever he wanted to do to this child, and nobody would come missing. Now, it was rumored that the body was badly, it was like decomposed badly.
Like it had been there for a
And
while.
there was rumors that she was dead for about 2 to 3 weeks prior to them finding her. She
Which
was
means
dead.
that it could have happened in August, which again lines back up to the Atami theory, where he somehow just killed off this character August 2025, and then 2-3 weeks later we end up seeing this in the news. So
Or
I
he
mean,
went on tour. So that gave him a lot of time, a lot of ample time to clean up all his tracks, to clean up all the blood, to put things in order, make sure everything is dotted.
mhm.
That's probably why the evidence that you were expecting to find isn't here. Because this is not a situation where he killed this chick and he was in a rush to hide things. No, this was a chick where, he could have murdered her and he had all the time in the world. If he didn't put that body in the Tesla and kept it hidden,
Probably
he
would
would
not
have
have known.
had all the time in the world.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's the scary part about it. Like, guys, let's think about it. If they didn't open the trunk because of the stench, right? We would not know anything about this. David would continue to keep making music. I am sure that along the line, somebody probably would have tried to expose him for like PDF and low-key eventually, I don't know, because like what, I don't know though, because they probably would have just thought that she was lost forever. But I feel like some people probably would have eventually came out and been like, yeah, this is kind of weird, but I don't know.
I'll be real. If he wouldn't have put the body in the Tesla, we probably wouldn't have heard about her dying up until now.
Yeah.
Her family wasn't checking for her. So when you ask, man, all this no, it's not all the evidence. He had ample time to clean everything up.
Y'all want me to believe that a black man in America get to move this freely with this much negative publicity on him and he's possibly guilty? I like to think outside the box. I like to think outside the box, guys. Why would they let him walk this freely only to lose endorsements and sponsorships and cancel shows and not his freedom? In the climate that we're in.
In his car, though.
Listen, who said it's his car? The police?
The car's
or me?
registered under his name.
Registered under his name. Maybe I bought it for them. Him, her. I got a bunch of cars out here I done bought, Sean, for people. That don't place me as the murderer. But as good as technology is today, you guys want me to believe that every single piece of evidence points at his guilt and they don't have probable cause to arrest him.
Okay, fuck the death. He was dating.
The Say Cheese guy's getting pissed. I'm saying, like, it's not, the situation is not funny, it's serious, but you could just like the change in his tone, like he's like, all right, Charleston, calm down, bro. You're wilding a little too much. They say, fuck that death, bro. What about the PDF claims? Which is facts. Let's just say he's somehow not connected to the murder, right? This is a very rare, small chance that that's true, right? He's still I can't say that word on YouTube. He's still a PDF. He's still a PDF, bro. He's still a pedo, bro. Like he was still talking and writing love songs to a 13, 14-year-old while being 18, 19, 20. Like, come on, bro. Like, let's get him in jail for that at least. Like, come on, man.
Girl.
So we got all the evidence.
It's evidence.
And you want me to believe that she's dead and the police have not even arrested him for being involved.
I don't know if he killed her.
Hold on, listen to me. The mother of somebody can say he was messing with her, right?
The mother did.
So you mean to tell me if he was really messing with her and they got proof and evidence, if nothing else, they get him on sex charges with a minor so we can at least hold him in jail while we investigate this murder, while we can put pressure on him. See, right now, there's no pressure on him to talk or nothing. So obviously, the evidence don't really point at him.
Charging David with sleeping with Celeste will be damn near impossible to prove. It will be impossible to prosecute. You would need physical evidence that he slept with her. Now, seeing them together, or even having proof they were in a relationship, would not be enough to prosecute him for that crime. And that's a misconception. Like, you could have all the proof in the world that they're in a relationship. But if you can't prove beyond a reasonable doubt they slept together, you can't charge them with nothing. There's nothing to really charge.
Which is stupid. Like, it's so obvious that they were together and all these talks and all these different people's perspectives on, like, yeah, they were dating, Like, it's just weird, bro.
And that's probably why he has not been put in custody yet. Or they probably need him to talk. They probably need him to cooperate some more. But if he starts feeling like, man, he a suspect, he probably shuts down and lawyer up. He already moved out of the home. He's no longer there. He had broke the lease and he got out of town. He got out of Dodge. Now, him canceling his overseas dates, him canceling the rest of his tour, I think that's signs that he's somewhat under investigation. Because he knows he can't go overseas right now. He's not allowed to. I believe he's not allowed to go overseas. Kind of like how Diddy, when Diddy was being investigated, and there was rumors that Diddy's plane was traveling to like Antigua somewhere, they made that plane land to make sure Diddy was not on that plane. And they restricted Diddy's traveling, even though he was not charged officially with anything yet.
They don't let black men get away with these kind of crimes, Sean. Not in America. Not under this president. Not under this president, homie. Not under this president with this Department of Justice and FBI director. They are not fit to let a black man. You see what they did to Diddy?
He's randomly on video washing all her shoes. Are you seeing this shit?
I am, and I'm also saying.
Do you randomly wash your girl's shoes? All of them? Hand scrubbing?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I swear to
You
God.
gonna go buy her some new ones, nigga.
Charleston White, shut the fuck. It's not, the situation's not funny. I just like Charleston White is so good into playing into the character that like you're supposed to hate. It's like, holy, he's so good at it, dude.
Rich now.
I can call her right now and say, man, give me them shoes. So
Nigga, you getting money now. You ain't.
Man, I clean them new shoes because I still clean mine. Give me your jewelry. I clean your good. Man, yeah, I do my daughter. Let me clean your shoes. Yeah, I'm gonna clean my girl's shoes. When you got money, you pay for them hot dollar. Man, can we finna go out? Because she ain't gonna clean them. I'm saying, homie, listen. Y'all want me to believe that we're mistreated by the police. So what y'all always saying? That it's unfair, we don't get a fair shot. Why are they giving him a fair shot then? With all the evidence. And this is circumstantial. And we seen them go to trial on circumstantial evidence. Lil Durk. This is a high-profile case that any prosecutor, any FBI investigator would want to get on to get this guy. You can't make me believe they going this easy on that done something this horrible to a kid. And he still, and all the black people saying this. When they canceling people's shows for speaking on Kirk.
He has the biggest.
Celebrity privilege oftentimes make up for whatever disadvantages you think you get from being black.
Yeah.
Celebrity privilege is a thing.
Yeah. Celebrity privilege is definitely a thing, bro. First of all, certain people know that you make certain people a lot of money. Like if you're like in a movie scene, like, yeah, you make a lot of Hollywood producers a lot of money. So you're a asset. So you're useful. So we're going to like, let's say you get a little bit into trouble or you might get, you get like caught drinking and driving. It's a slap on the wrist for most celebrities. Like, I mean, like, look at it. It's a slap on the wrist. Celebrity privilege is definitely a thing.
He even brought up Diddy. Bro, Diddy got away with crimes for, what, 3+ decades?
Yeah, bro.
Diddy got away with a lot of...
And we knew Diddy was doing these things. Like, everyone in Harlem and the Queens and Brooklyn has been saying this for years about Diddy. And we just, he's hitting the Diddy bop. Ignore him, bro. Ignore him. He's hitting the Diddy bop. Ignore him, bro. Oh, he make you feel so good. Ignore Diddy. Hold on. What? Just Diddy bop all over those allegations, bro. Whoa. What? They're like dancing on the fucking allegations. Whoa. He did what to what? Diddy bop. Just, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But like, it's just, what are we talking about, Charleston? But that is it for today's video. Go check out my boy Poetic Flacco. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, comment, subscribe. And it's your boy Haki. I'm out.